Hey guys, Fire Dragon back here again, and today I'm showing you more art books. You can't really see it, there we go. The title, but I fixed that by moving my head into the way. So I'm going to do another art books video. This one is one I recently picked up of Shouju Manga, fashion drawing book. It also has some pointers on how to draw anime characters because, like, their anatomy is a little bit different than regular adult realistic human anatomy, and I have tried to zoom in on this as best I can to get a shot of the cover of the book. It's by Fez Baker. I will make sure to put everything obviously down in the description box below so you can find these books. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. I've been late on videos this week because I've had like a lot of random crap come up, like having to go get my car maintained because it had maintenance that needed to get done on it, and a recall that also had to get done on it, which I got done yesterday. By yesterday, I mean Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, because today's Wednesday. Cause I'm hopefully going to upload this video before work, but if not, it might come out Thursday, which is fine. So that's why I've been kind of like behind on videos. I also had like a chicken coop festival I had to help my mom with Saturday, which is also one of my days off, and that took up the whole day having to explain to people about like what to do to take care of chickens and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to open up the book. It was like a $22 book. I got it for $4.75. It was in the clearance section at Hobby Lobby, and it has, you know, all the different stuff for fashion manga and whatnot. If I'm not pronouncing that word, you can always correct me in the comments below. I have no problem with that. It's been a while since I've done anything with manga, whatever. But it has like different hairstyles, different glam styles. That has like your collection, you know, selector and whatnot. So you can do like all this kind of stuff with it. It has drawing basics for anime, so it shows you the anatomy of them. I'm sorry, my lights also, this has not been my week. So the lights in my room also decided to say, fuck you, we're turning off. I tried putting new lights in it, it's not working. I think it's something to do with the wiring in my fan. Like, my fan works, but like the lighting for the lights isn't working, so we're probably going to have to dish out money for an electrician to look at it, which is going to be fun. So I like to say, shit doesn't like to go my way sometimes, so please bear with me for my channel and all that. I get it. I've been late on stuff, and I'm so sorry. I mean, the lighting's decent enough. Instead of having my art lamp directly pointed at this, which I don't know if I want to, because it has like a glare and it's hot, so I need to like be careful when touching it. But I can see if I can shine some light on this now. Because in the camera it's making it look worse, but I guess we can deal with it. Because, like, the pages are shiny in this book, which is what peeves me off, so, like, when light hits it, it kind of glares. It's, like, whatever. But, yeah, it has the different poses and stuff like that. Heads and faces, like, a quick little thing that you can do for it, which is great. It's and different hairstyles and different hair colors, and it gives you good color wheels to look through. How to draw clothing and the clothed figure, so it does a great deal of that. It's a good book. I've been wanting to pick up one of these for a while. So it has like the classic cut, so it has all your different stuff you need to know for drawing manga type styles, and also different styles. Like you have your preppy style, like a boho chic kind of style, your punk style. So it covers quite a few different styles, like a Hollywood glam style. So I want to get better at drawing animated characters, as well as drawing non-animated characters. So like it has like the emo and scene stuff, Miami Beach kind of stuff. So all like really helping with anatomy and whatnot. Really great book. Again, vintage clothing as well. I'm not going to show everything in this book because there's a lot in this one. Because I have other books I'm going to be moving on to as well, but the newbie to my collection, but a goodie. And, yee, it's so nice. But yeah, it's like the Dolly K style, or K, I don't know how to pronounce that. So if I'm butchering stuff, please, 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 down below, comment, let me know. Because I want to be sure that I'm pronouncing things correctly and not looking like an idiot. Or you guys can just laugh at me in the comments, and it probably wouldn't make much of a difference. So, but yeah, I'm going to move on from this book. This is a good one, though. We're going to move on to something else that I got. I'm going to show you my other recent book, which is this one. It's another book from the Walter Foster collection. I love these books. They're fantastic. It's by Kythera of Annavern. It's the Drawing Made Easy series. You can usually find these books at a Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is pretty consistent about carrying the Walter Foster brand books. They're great. Always been my favorite. Always will be. And this one's just the dragon and fantasy based one. So like at the beginning it has like, and then like over here it shows you that you can get like beautiful landscapes, lifelike heads. These are all kind of like, these ones were all at my Hobby Lobby, but I will link it down below. If you don't have a Hobby Lobby, you might be able to find it on Amazon or eBay or wherever cheaper. Cause I got this with a coupon 40% off. This was like a $10 book, so that makes it cheaper than what it was. So around, I want to say, it's around $6 or $7, which was not bad. It shows you different like tools and materials that you can use. You don't have to use them, but you can if you want to. Has drawing and shading techniques, like stippling is one of my favorites. Scribbling can look pretty decent. The gradating is good. Cross-hatching can look good in certain aspects. I'm not fond of it. It takes a little time. Hatching is pretty easy because it's like cross-hatching, but without doing lines this way. So you just do lines one way. So you can do it this way or this way instead of having like lines going this way and then lines going this way for the cross-hatching. Blending with like a stump or like I guess an eraser. Blending with, you know, like moist. And then, yeah, erasing can be used for more than just correcting. You can also create different gradations and whatnot with that. So I showed you how to highlight and stuff. Also good. Shows you how to do creature features such as fur and hair, horns, scales, and claws, because each can be different. Shows you different wing textures and styles. And then it goes into different types of dragons, like the Western classic dragon, the Eastern Chinese dragon, the wyvern, which has like just the back legs and, you know, no front legs, which is more typical, in my opinion, and should be of a dragon, because I think it just anatomically makes a little more sense. Not that I don't like the other ones. And this one is more like a snake. The worm, it looks like a snake, but has more dragon-esque features to it to make it not look as much like a snake. And again, it has all the different steps, step-by-step process of how to draw animals, which I'm actually starting to get back into. I have an example here I'll show you. I do. Sorry, I got like stuff everywhere, so please ignore that. But, yeah, I'm going to hold up. So, like, yeah, I've been working on this work of art real quick, because I've been starting to just do the anatomy of, like, the outline of the creature to help me get proportions better. That's what this is for. And it's very helpful. I normally don't do that, but because my proportions can be off and I have a hard time with, I don't like to erase too much. So I've been trying to make sure I get all the proportions correct lately. So yeah, you got like dragons, which are typical, you know, Chinese dragon. Then you have like a fairy, which it does this. It shows you step-by-step process of it. And then gargoyles and stuff like that. It covers a lot of really good different types of fantasy creatures. It doesn't just stick to one thing. It tells you how to make stone like skin and stuff like that, you know, make cracks in it, whatnot, if you want to add that. In the centaur, you can make your centaurs look more horse-like by changing the bone structure of the face to be a little bit more elongated, or to add horse ears, and like to make the hair look more like a mane. So that's another thing. It also shows you proportions down here of how to proportionately get your centaur to look right, which I still have to fix mine because it's not 100% proportionate, but it's getting there. And then mermaids. One of my favorites to draw is a mermaid. And how you can draw them with different tails and stuff like that, and not be afraid to make them have a shark tail or an octopus tail or squid kind of like tentacles. Like, you can do that kind of route, like make it look kind of like Ursula, I guess. And not like completely like Ursula, but you know what I mean. Give them like tentacles to make it look more intriguing. Also to add like fish-like features like webbed hands, or, you know, give them like gills and stuff like that. That's always another thing you can do. So yeah, it's really good, like this kind of stuff. Like incorporating fishy features, make the hair look more like fins, which is really pretty. That's a really good way to do stuff. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but it should be fine. I'll check real quick though. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. You should be able to see it. So, and it has the Minotaur and all that, and it goes on to like different ones, like a satyr, you know, the half goat, half man. Most people refer to as the devil, which is fine. You know, draw what you want to draw. There's ogres and whatnot, so yeah, this one's a very good book. It's a very, very good book. I love this book. It's a very good book. And then I have this one. So we have Color Mixing for Artists by John Lidsey, Jill Mirza, Nick Harris, and Jeremy Galton. It does a really good job of showing you how to start mixing colors for painting and even drawing. So that's why I like this one. It's one of my better books. And it shows you the different like color palettes you can use too. So like this kind of stuff. It'll show you different variations of shades of colors. So that's a good thing. So it has like each different color, red, like Roy G. Biv. So it's really good. It's a really good book. I would highly recommend this one. Yeah. I might not get to the description part of the video today if I don't have time to. I might do it when I get home, which is fine. So it has like different, what you can do for oils and stuff like that. It just goes through the different types of paint. It's a really good book for beginning artists. I love this one. I'm going to show it to you again real quick so you can see the cover of it. And I'm probably going to move on to another one, which, this was also Clarence's book. It was my grandmother's that she gave it to me since she hasn't been using pastels, and I wanted to get back into pastels. I've done a few things with pastels, not nearly enough to make me an expert though, so bear with me. So who's this by? Step by Step Leisure Arts. So it's by Paul Hardy. Learn how to create beautiful pictures. Now I want to do more landscapes. Yes, this was Clarence. I'm assuming she got it from Hobby Lobby or something, or like somewhere else way back in the day. This is an older book. But it shows you how to do skies, shows you how to create focal points and stuff like that, because I really want to get into landscaping and I haven't done that. I have a hard time with doing like a backdrop for characters and animals and my creatures that I create. So I want to get into that. And I think it's important for you guys to also have books that you can go out and look at, which is why I like to share mine with you, because it gives you guys more of a vast, wide opportunity to find things that intrigue and fascinate you. So that's why I like to share this kind of stuff. It's really nice. And I notice not very many people show the books the way I do, by opening them up like this and showing you the inside, because I feel like it's a very integral part of, you know, getting people excited about art. Is it a good book? Is it not a good book? Is what most people want to know, and that's what I'm here to do. Yeah, so it has like all these different landscapes to show you how to do and start for pastel, and it's really neat, and how to create shadows and make a tree look like it's an older tree. And yeah, pastels are so nice and soft. That's why I like them. It gives such a different effect, which is why I feel like as an artist, find as many books as you can. Find as many diverse books as you can. If you need to find books from like art places, as an artist, I would say definitely go check out like half-price books as well, because sometimes have some good art books. I have like 2 over here I'm going to show you guys from half-price books. I don't know if they made it into my last video. If they did, cool, they'll just make it into this video as well. So we're going to move on to those ones. Because I'm always constantly searching for books, constantly trying to find things. Like, this is the simple art of Chinese brush painting. I've never done brush painting, but I would love to get into it. Just like I'd love to get into wood burning one day. That's not going to happen anytime soon, though, because wood burning is effing expensive to get into. So, it'll happen one day. It'll happen one day, and when I do that, that'll be something I will be so happy to do. Oh, I'd be so happy to do it. So, it's by, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that name. Lele, I guess. If it's not the right pronunciation, again, correct me in the comments below. I really don't care at this point. You can make a complete fool of me, and I'd be like, okay, I'll just take that as a, I'm going to brush it off and realize that I pronounced something wrong. But yeah. So we're going to open it up and see what's inside. The brush painting stuff. It has, let's see if I can open it from the beginning, because this one I want to show from the very beginning. So this one I picked up, I should say, from, yeah, like I said before, Half Price Books. I don't know why that name keeps becoming a thing that I can't remember. But it is quite nice. Yeah, moving on. So it has the simple art, create your own oriental flowers, plants, and birds for joy and harmony. I really love this. It's so nice. So it tells you the materials. You need brushes, ink sticks, and paint, paper, ink stones, and containers, and you'll have to prepare like your table and whatnot. And it has like a introduction to everything, and then it'll tell you the history behind it, which is always quite nice to learn, is like the history behind certain art styles. I think that's fascinating. I know other people probably think that's really stupid. I think it's really fascinating to be able to learn different things and learn why they painted a certain way and how it came about. Because art is everywhere around us, and I know some people like to try to neglect that art is everywhere, or say that, oh, you don't need art in life and art isn't important, which is total bullcrap to me, because like the clothing that people have made for you essentially had a pattern made by somebody else who is an artist, which was then put on the fabric for you to wear in order for you to create your own style, in order for you to create, you know, a look that you have to show off your own personality and individuality. That's why I like learning backgrounds to stuff like this. And as an artist, in my opinion, it's always better to learn that stuff so you can, you know, if somebody asks you why you like that style, you can go back and be like, well, this is why I like this style for these reasons. Also, it's just nice in general to have, you know, certain things. So like, it'll show you like brushes. You'll need like stiff hair brushes. It has these kinds of brushes. I would love to find these brushes somewhere. I just need to like, I'll probably just have to look it up on the internet and be like, oh, looking for ink stuff and whatnot. And it has like pigment chips and like, you know, ink sticks and whatnot. Oh, I want to do so much on my channel for art and everything, because like art is what gets me excited in life. I'm never more happy than when I'm either doing art or in nature or doing both. Like, because that's kind of where the first inspiration for art came, was nature, and that's something that fascinates me to this day. That art is such an integral part of the universe itself. That's what's amazing. And that there's so many different ways for people to express their love of art. And that people want to share the love of art with others. That's why I like to do it. So yeah, this is this one. It shows you how to like kind of draw birds and stuff like that to kind of make them look more realistic and whatnot, because like clearly you want to start, you know, doing stuff. Like if you wanted to, you can do a quick like light outline, I would say, for this. It's very light. But yeah, it's so pretty. So nice. So it shows you, there's a lot of birds in this, but it's really nice. And it has like other different projects that you can do. So yeah, this is a good book. I would highly recommend. If you're interested in Chinese brush painting, I would say this is a good book for that. I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, wow, she's got a lot of different books for a lot of different things, but I like a lot of different activities, and I like to keep my mind active and busy and learn new things constantly and be as diverse as I possibly can. That's always the best thing about life, is that, like, you're never too late in life to learn, you know, learn new things. You're never old enough. You're never too old, is what I'm trying to say, to learn new things and do new things and do what you want to do in life. That's what makes art and life itself beautiful, is that you can do so many different things in this world. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are either, because, you know, it's life. You find what works for you and you keep going. You don't give up. You don't give up hope or give up on your dreams, because if you were to do that, you have nothing left to live for, in my opinion, if you were to just settle. I don't like the idea of settling, and I don't think I ever want to. I want to do what makes me happy, and right now this is what's making me happy. Even though I'm not consistently uploading, I do try to upload when I can, and, you know, that's at least something. I mean, I've been trying to do it at least 1 or 2 videos a week. 1 or 2. Trying to do 3 if I can, but, like, some weeks get busier than others. And then my mom had a documentary on called Food Matters, which is really good. Talking about how, like, you know, the food that we eat isn't necessarily as good as it used to be, which is somewhat true, and, you know, don't want to get all on my high horse about that, though, because this is more supposed to be art. So then I have this book, The Drawing People, How to Portray the Clothed Figure, by Barbara Bradley. It's also a good book. Got this from Half Price Books. Really good price. Really good book. Really, really good for, like, when you're starting out with humans and drawing a human figure, because, God, human figures are the worst to draw, proportionately, I would say. I only have, like, one, I guess, somewhat decent drawing of a human, and that's my drawing. I was religious at the time. It's me who've drawn Christ on the crucifix, so take that as what you want. I'm not super overly religious now. I don't really care to be. I don't like to bring religion into things for people because they get weird about it, and religion and politics are 2 things I don't like to talk about, so we're going to move on. So, like, yeah. The clothed figure, it shows, again, you know, always a rough sketch, I would say, start out with. It's a little dark or heavy-handed for one, but, that's what I would do, is a rough sketch of something real quick, and then add more detail as you go. It's basically it. Most of my books are always going to be ones that have, you know, add more whatever to it and later on, which is fine, because I feel like you getting the basics of something down is very key in order to keep a consistent kind of feel to a piece. Like, and you can have drawing aids, any device that helps us observe, appreciate, and emphasize with the figures we draw is a drawing aid. Think of each aid as a finger. So, essentially what it's saying there with the aids, which is what it usually does, is, you know, take different, this is what I usually do, is I don't have a proper aid, I take aids from different pictures, put them together on the internet, like, on, like, a little, like, thing in Word, and look at them, and look at each one, and try to find some common ground of bringing each piece together to make my own work of art. You know, doing my own thing, or seeing multiples of, like, something like this. Like, if you were trying to draw a side profile of somebody, find side profiles that are very similar to one you're going for, and then pick and choose what you like about those different side profiles, and make your own for your own character and stuff like that. Also, if you're drawing from, like, reference from, like, a photograph, I highly recommend using that photograph. And if you have multiple angles of the photograph, you know, different photographs, I would try seeing different angles, starting off with different angles for drawing people, like some from the side, some from behind, some straight